On a sticky September night in 2018, amid couture gowns and champagne towers at a Harper's Bazaar party, the music suddenly stopped. The glittering crowd watched Cardi B slip off a high-heeled shoe and launch it at fellow rapper Nicki Minaj. Security stepped in as Cardi lunged, and she was escorted out barefoot with a bump on her head. Video of the scuffle rocketed around the internet. Minutes earlier, fans had whispered about simmering tension between the two artists. Now there was a full-blown confrontation captured by every smartphone. How did two chart-topping stars end up fighting at one of fashion's most exclusive events? To understand why this red carpet night turned into a melee, we need to go back to the beginning of their rivalry. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj started taking subtle jabs at each other in interviews and lyrics years before the shoe-throwing incident. Each artist claimed she was being disrespected. When both were invited to the Harper's Bazaar Icons party in 2018, the tension boiled over. According to witnesses, Minaj was chatting with someone when Cardi charged at her, but Minaj's security guards prevented a direct hit. Cardi later suggested on Instagram that she felt her mothering skills were being disparaged. Minaj didn't comment immediately, but the images of Cardi storming through the Plaza Hotel in a voluminous red gown, barefoot and furious, were seared into pop culture history. The public ate it up. Yet as sensational as this Fashion Week fight was, it wasn't the first time a pop feud exploded in such dramatic fashion. In fact, the next rivalry began over something as mundane as backup dancers. Taylor Swift and Katy Perry were once industry pals who publicly exchanged compliments and even shared the stage. That changed in 2014 when Swift told Rolling Stone that her song Bad Blood was about another female artist who had done something so horrible that they became straight-up enemies. She explained that the unnamed singer had tried to sabotage her arena tour by hiring her dancers mid-show. Swift admitted she hates confrontation and decided to avoid the person. Instead, she wrote a pointed song. The day after the interview went online, Perry tweeted about a Regina George in sheep's clothing, seemingly referring to Swift.
When Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj signed on as judges for American Idol's 12th season in 2012, producers expected star power. What they got instead was a headline-grabbing feud. Despite laughing off rumors of tension, footage soon leaked of Minaj yelling at Carey during auditions. In the video released by TMZ and reported by People, Minaj is heard saying, "Don't lose your head. Don't tell me I'm a gangster," along with other censored remarks. The clip ended with Carey looking stunned and fellow judge Keith Urban awkwardly seated between them. The fight was broadcast across entertainment shows, and the public couldn't look away. The drama escalated off camera. Veteran TV host Barbara Walters said on The View that Carey told her Minaj had threatened her, saying that if she had a gun, she would use it. Carey felt unsafe and reportedly hired extra security. Minaj hit back on social media, noting that no camera or microphone recorded the alleged threat and suggesting people believed the story because of her image. The tension between the pop diva and the rapper dominated that season of American Idol, often eclipsing the contestants. Both women left the show after one season. If reality show judges can become mortal enemies, imagine what happens when childhood friends are pitted against each other for years. Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera started as Mickey Mouse Club castmates in 1993, and later exploded onto the pop scene at the turn of the millennium. Tabloids immediately compared the two young stars, but their rivalry didn't ignite until the 2003 MTV Video Music Awards. During a performance with Madonna, Spears and Aguilera both shared a kiss with the Material Girl, yet cameras cut away from Aguilera's kiss to capture Spears' ex-boyfriend Justin Timberlake's reaction. Aguilera later said she felt the slight and claimed Spears acted nervously around her during rehearsals. The following year, Aguilera told US Weekly that she knew Spears, and while she wasn't trailer trash, she sure acts that way. Aguilera also mocked Spears' engagement ring, saying it looks like something from a shopping channel. The comments were brutal, and fans chose sides.
Few rivalries in pop have been as long-running or as theatrical as the spat between Madonna and Elton John. For decades, the two megastars traded increasingly barbed insults. When Madonna was nominated for a Best Live Act award at the 2004 Q magazine ceremony, John, who was receiving a Songwriter Award, sneered from the stage. Madonna? Best Live Act? Since when was lip-syncing live? In 2012, before Madonna's Super Bowl halftime performance, he publicly advised her to make sure you lip-sync good. His husband, David Furnish, called Madonna's Golden Globe acceptance speech embarrassing in its narcissism. John also criticized Madonna for her comments about Lady Gaga's song Born This Way, which he said sounded like her own Express Yourself. John branded her ungracious. The feud escalated when he called her a fairground stripper, a line that dominated headlines. For years, Madonna mostly ignored the shade, occasionally firing back in interviews. The feud became a long-running joke in the media. Then, in April 2025, Madonna posted an unexpected selfie on Instagram with Elton John. She wrote that she had gone backstage at Saturday Night Live to confront him, and that after decades of feeling hurt by his public dislike, the first words out of his mouth were, "Forgive me." The two embraced and smiled for the camera. It turns out even long-held grudges can end with an apology and a selfie. Now fans joke about the possibility of a Madonna-Elton duet. If those two can hug it out, maybe there's hope for everyone. These pop feuds share a common thread. They expose the humanity behind the glitter. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj's Fashion Week fight wasn't just about a shoe, it was the culmination of years of perceived slights and competitive pressure. Taylor Swift and Katy Perry's Bad Blood wasn't really about dancers, it was about trust and betrayal, and in the end they chose to forgive. Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj's Isle reality TV screaming match showed how reality TV amplifies egos and ratings at the expense of genuine connection. Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera's on-again, off-again rivalry reveals how the media pits women against each other and how old wounds can reopen decades later. Madonna and Elton John's saga proves that even legendary entertainers can nurse grudges for years and then decide it's not worth the wait. Fame might magnify feuds, but it can also provide the platform for apologies. In the end, what keeps us watching isn't just the drama, it's the hope that even the messiest relationships can heal.